A lot of them hookers
They got hooked on drugs.
But they got hooked on drugs, but then they was some of the spies. Them goddamn prostitutes was spying for Viet Cong. You know? And they would come back and tell them what they talk about, the type of conversations they have. Get they drunk, they full of heroin and all this shit. And then, you know, he had the inside scoop on U.S. intelligence. You know?
And then also he knew that American military had a weak heart. One of his strategies is that they could lose a lot of men, and if they lose a certain amount, that they're gonna be hurting. Because Americans, he knew that they were gonna be able to prolong the war, and even if it meant they gotta lose a few million people, they knew that the Babylonians, that once your army start getting chopped down, you start losing a lot of people, that y'all was gonna give up. And that's what happened. Eventually the protests came against the war because y'all was dying at such a high rate.
That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to knock the fight out of the actual country. You know, and it did. People started protesting, bring the soldiers home, stop the war. You know, because all the death and limbs that was being lost. Death was happening. A lot of people lost limbs and got jacked up, you know? So his strategy wasn't to beat them on the battlefield. His strategy was to beat the country. And knock the fight out of the country.
The morale.
The morale out of the country, for lack of a better word. That's a good little documentary it's basically about war tactics.
Hey, that's why I talk about being a soldier. You know, Apostle Gabar did a little short doc about being a soldier. That's part of being a soldier, is enduring. So he had a strategy of enduring. This is what we're doing. We're enduring all the hell. You got people that, like Nate, he didn't want to endure no more. His wife might have started protesting, like, you're out there, you know, they hate you.
Hey, them gooks better than Nate. Cause they had to endure, they had to stay in them little holes, they had underground tunnels and shit. And they was coming up out the ground on the U.S. military, throwing a motherfucking grenade and jump back down in the hole and disappear. It was a whole tunnel system set up, you know, where they was battling that. And they started catching on, man, but that's what they're doing but them gooks is little, you know? So they little ass was up in a little ass, basically like a hole. It was a hole. And tunnels and shit, but it wasn't just like a tunnel like your sewage system tunnel. These was little ass holes where you know you barely moving in there. You gotta, you know, you crawling through there. You know, it ain't just an easy move through them holes. You know? And they had to endure, so you got more bites showing up, IUIC. You know, more bites. Little ass fucking more bites. Hey, they caught on to it. Every time the U.S. military would, basically they would come in, boom, 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 blow up a lot of shit. That's when they would drop their infantry. And they started saying, okay, so we know where they gonna be at. They start catching on. Okay, every time they come in with the Air Forces basically, and drop bombs and shit. That's when that's where they gonna unload the infantry at, and that's where they gonna be at. They gonna move out from there. And they just plotted them out, man. You know, war tactics, man. With the point being is that it took time. It took a matter of years for them to get all that plotted out and study the American army. You know?
Because we're like warriors too. In fact, I would get on a quick precept. You know, but you know,
we are. You know, we are warriors.
We're warriors in the spirit. You know,
and the Most High gonna make us actual warriors. You know, as far as on the physical level, which the physical is gonna be spiritual. We're gonna be battling too. It's gonna come a time where the Most High is gonna raise up men of the elect with spiritual power. You know?
Come on.
You got it, right?
Come on. This is 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 18. This charge I commit unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before on thee, that thou by them mightest war a good warfare.
It's a fight, you know, all around. It's many basically angles you can go into the warfare of being in this truth, you know.
You drop bombs through prayer. You know, you might pray. You know, things open up. Things start moving. You know, you get to the scripts. You know, your faith increases. You got the shield of faith. You know, you wield this sword, cutting down the lies of Esau. So a lot of this, in fact, a lot of what's going on, the censorship, all this truth that we've been pushing out is been a battle against this nation.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why they got to shut down. Eventually, they're going to shut down YouTube off the internet because of the warfare with these words.
And then on top of that, you got to battle with yourself.
Yeah.
Your spirit is constantly battling with your flesh. And we understand that that's going to be a battle. Everything ain't just going to be, oh, I'm keeping the law 100%. I know I'm an Israelite, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, we can take winters off. Don't have to go out when it's real hot or when it's real cold.
Yeah.
No, we know we got to go out. We know that we're imperfect. We know that we're corrupt.
That's why we fear to come out. You know, because that's why we're in fear and coming out, because it says in the scriptures, blessed is the man who the Lord imputeth not iniquity. Meaning that the man that he's gonna deliver, they're gonna have iniquity or sin that needs to be forgiven.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that's why we have fear to come out, and just like you said, you work out your own salvation with fear and trembling as well. But if you're under, a doctor like Nate, you believe you're an Israelite, you're wearing fringes, you made it.
They think they made it.
They think they made it. You can't tell them they ain't gonna make it.
Right. So let's go back.
Thessalonians?
Yeah, Thessalonians. Any more in there?
Yeah, there's a little bit more. It says, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and of the children of day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
Right. No, I'm sorry. You know what? Go back and start from where you started from. Not where you first started from, but the last part you started at.
Peace and safety?
No.
4, 2.
No, we started 3.
Travail again? Peace and safety?
The second part of stuff right there.
Okay, come.
Then.
Yeah, come. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
Right, so y'all, it's gonna catch y'all off guard, and basically the birth pains are happening right now with all these different staged events that Esau is setting up, has set up, and then finally, boom, he gonna come with the like the brother brought out. Part of the travail as a woman in travail is the Jade Helm 15 exercise. It was just an exercise, but when the destruction coming, it's gonna be the real deal. You know, so that was just a test run, and then Esau is about to come with the actual implementation of what they were exercising or practicing. Go ahead.
And some of the travail is like the state of our people. Like you got some of our people, they're stirring up a little bit. You got the Black Lives Matter, even though it's set up by an Amalekite. You still got Jake that's upset. Jake getting gunned down left and right. Because even back like in the early 2000s, Jake wasn't riled up. Jake was just, trying to listen to Nelly.
Jake still ain't
that's what Jake was doing. Jake was listening to Chingy. You know what I'm saying?
But that
they was over there just clubbing. That was, I'm just saying they riled up
to the point where they protesting.
Yeah.
And the Most High gonna kick something off to where Jake get riled up to the point where it's being fuck protesting. They gonna have to go to the streets. And fight with this devil. So then when that time comes, like right now, these are test runs. They getting Esau know he finna come with something that's gonna really set off the race war. Something that's gonna come that's gonna really set off martial law, and they can actually do what they've been practicing the whole time.
And that's why they shut down the Walmart, Todd. In fact, the 28th, which is Thursday, they officially shut down all those 200 and something Walmarts across the country. Part of that was basically to get you people prepared for them concentration camps. Because what y'all don't know is that Sam Walton and his brother, they were in the military and they dealt with munitions in the military. I think during I want to say it was World War I. So they built up the whole Walmart when the elites set them up to get set up that Walmart with the end game goal of them shutting them down when they crashed the economy, to basically use them as local concentration, FEMA, military redistribution camps.
Right, because a lot of people are going to be looking to go to Walmart to get goods and shit, you know. So when they taking you to Walmart, they gonna be like, oh, you got something inside there for us.
Yeah.
You know, and when you go inside that bad boy, it's not gonna be nothing in there but chips, RFID microchips, and that.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking for some, not no Frito-Lay's chips, some RFID chip. Because the thing about it is they got to do everything locally. It makes sense to us, but to you it doesn't make sense. They ain't gonna have after a lot of you people die off in the hundreds of millions. Who knows how many people are gonna be left after they bring that chaos? Some of y'all gonna probably immediately run to those areas to go get chip, but they're not gonna make y'all go to Washington D.C. to get the chip. They're gonna get it. You're gonna get it in your local Walmart or whatever else they set up. They got different stadiums. Also, the malls. They got the same agreement with the malls too. Simon Malls.
Military bases. They're renovated.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of shopping centers, but malls, schools.
Halliburton paid, is it KBR?
Yeah, KBR.
The company that's contracted under, basically the company of Halliburton, KBR. They basically invested so many millions to renovating the old military bases. You know. So, hey, that time is coming.
Yeah.
Now go back and read where you left off. All right, come on.
This is
the fourth verse. The fourth verse.
Yeah, let me read back that part.
Yeah, don't even read. That's good. Let's go to the fourth verse.
Come on. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief.
Right. So the ones that are in darkness, they the ones that's gonna get caught off guard. They the ones that's gonna get caught up in these different plagues that are coming. You know, they gonna die in these different plagues that are coming because that's what they want.
Yeah.
Really, the Most High is giving them what they want because it said that we are not the children of darkness. The darkness is talking about being in captivity and dealing with the philosophies of this kingdom.
Yeah.
Loving all the mad philosophies that Esau got floating around this kingdom, man.
Yeah.
It's like you read in Isaiah 61 or 2.
I got
about the gross darkness shall cover the earth.
It's Isaiah 60.
60, okay. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's good. This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee.
What's that talking about? The knowledge.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, belief in Yahweh.
Right, unto who? The Israelite foreigners, which we all was Israelite foreigners or Gentiles before we woke up to the fact that we were Israelites and started, the Most High gave us this truth.
Yeah,
through I'm gonna say this, through teachers, through the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone. Go ahead with whatever you were saying.
It's beautiful that you said that because we all became Israelite foreigners. Plain and simple.
Because they read that, they think they're talking about, you know, God bringing the light and salvation to Gentiles.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to go into.
Yeah, we all became Israelite foreigners. Ain't no brother woke up, came in and was living in Jerusalem, living in Israel, knowing the Hebrew, keeping the customs. So we would, you know, now we can't even glory that, hey, I was one of those people like they was doing back in the day.
Right.
Most High had to set it up that the last days, he's like, look, all of y'all gonna become Gentiles, so to speak.
Right.
You know? So keep going down, he's gonna break it down. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
And gross darkness the people. So the gross darkness is talking about the philosophies. All these doctrines out here that are not the true doctrine of the scriptures, you know? And it's here. You can get into any type of madness. That's what you got to call it. It's all madness. If you want to come over here, if you want to be a faggot, you can be a faggot.
Yep.
You know, if you want to get into Islam, go ahead. You want to be a Methodist, go ahead.
Yeah.
If you want to be an atheist, go ahead. If you want to worship plants, basically it's the vibration out here, it's the spirit, do as thou will. Whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Which that's the number one tenet of Satanism. That's the number one thing that they is do it. Like ours is love the Lord, you know. Our power is one, you know. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, all your soul. If there was one thing that we will start with, right? Love Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi with all your heart and all your soul. Theirs is do as thou will. That's a tenet of Satanism. That's the reason why you Babylonians see the elites got you in a trick bag. Because really they want you to do that because they're preparing you for the New World Order. They're preparing you to take the chip. They're preparing you to basically be with that gross darkness. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to blind you, as many people as they can.
Yeah, because they had to keep you caught up in Babylon, blinded, you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm going into what you were saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because that's exactly what the brother's saying, man. Yeah. That was a beautiful point. Esau had to, if you know what the hell was going on, then you wouldn't go for the New World Order. Yeah. But they had to have you in darkness, blind, having you feel like you got freedom to do whatever you want. I live in it's a free country. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
That's
you need a passport to travel somewhere.
And you need a seatbelt on just to commute back and forth through the streets.
Right.
You know, even in the back seat now, you know, you gotta have a fucking seatbelt on, sit in the back seat. We don't look like a grown ass man sitting in the back seat with a seatbelt on. You know? Yeah, well, down here in Texas now, well, in Texas and in some other states too, you gotta have a vehicle inspection. You don't have to actually have a sticker now, which is dumb as hell. Yeah. You don't have to have a sticker, but you still have to have your car inspected to get your registration. Yeah. You know? But in other states, you know, you don't have to have vehicle registration. You have to have registration.